Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Highlight in the Magic City on the Highlight Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. As always, I am joined by Andrew Bleckman, and together we will cover every point played today. All Mutuals wagering is now open on today's 8-game performance. Each of today's 8 games offers Win, Play, Show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta wagering. We have one daily double in Game 1. If you want to play a daily double, correctly pick the winners of Games 1 and 2. We have 2 pick 3s, an early pick 3 and a late pick 3. Early pick 3, Games 2, 3, and 4. Late pick 3, Games 6, 7, and 8. Then we have the high-paying High 5 jackpot with a $2,000 guarantee. The High 5, pick 5 wager. Correctly pick the winners of Games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly, have the only ticket that does so, you'll cash in on the High 5 for today. You know what just occurred to me? I started 5 minutes early. Yeah, I did. I started 5 minutes early. So basically what we're going to do is I'm just going to keep talking because totally I started 5 minutes early, and I owe an apology. Like, Andrew doesn't get an apology. Brian gets an apology. Teleview gets an apology. I am sorry, guys. But to the fans out there, all 18 of you watching, no apologies, and thanks for tuning in early.
I thought you had a plan, Stu.
I do have a plan.
I should have stopped you.
My plan? No,
I thought you were gonna. I thought you had something to say.
And obviously, Brian's new to our program here, and so he's not going to be in a position to say, "What are you doing?"
Right. He's not going to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. He's because
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a steamroller once I get started. So.
It's all right.
That's on me.
We'll work with that, Stu. Keep going.
So let's continue. Yeah. So I told you about the High 5. That's a jackpot wager, $2,000 if you correctly pick the winners of Games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in the state of Connecticut, mywinners.com. However, placing a bet not necessary in order for you to enjoy all of today's highlight action. We have no scratches in today's performance. Today's performance is entirely scratch-free. So with all that in mind, I could talk slower, I guess. With all that in mind, for those of you who enjoyed Highlight in the 70s, let's try our Quaalude approach. I can't even do a good imitation of that, actually. I really can't. Also brings back traumatic memories from childhood. For those of you tuning in, welcome. No scratches in today's performance. With all that in mind, make your wagers as early as possible. Post time for Game 1. That's the time that we begin the game, is now just about 12 minutes away. Andrew, how are you?
Hello, Stu. I'm doing well today. How are you doing?
Great, so great. I was in such a hurry to get things started. I started 5 minutes early.
I will say.
I mean, that's the whole on-time thing. Take it to another level.
I was going to say that's on brand though. We're never starting 5 minutes late, but you might get 5 minutes early, folks. So keep that in mind next time you tune in. And I am not on the right performance. I was going to say hi to folks in the chat, the most named people that probably weren't present. Just a few of us joining us early on, Steve M. and William. Welcome.
Steve M., yes, the Battle Court was great yesterday. You said you threw a qualifier in there.
No, I was going to say there were so many matches that felt like they were over, and then the other team came back and won. Like 3 of those matches that went on to a third set, and the game day was as close as could be, 4-2, won by the Renegades. So, I mean, it kind of got everything that you could hope for in a game day yesterday. How many? I'll look, but how many sets went down to a decisive 11th point? There were like 5 or 6 of them.
You're the stats master, and Matthew Eves asks a question. So, can we get a rundown? And the rundown in just a second, because I got to change this practice. So, Matthew Eaves, yes, we have added a few players who are known from their time at Dania. Our friends to the north, just short drive up 95. And that would be Benetrix, Etcheberry, and Unda. Unda probably the most... so Etcheberry has been playing the longest of the three. Benetrix has adjusted the court really well. Unda, man, talk about someone... I don't know how many of you follow Zuleika's father, but he does a podcast. Before that, he wrote blog entries. And they're fantastic interviews. And the majority are in Spanish, but if you watch them on YouTube, you just put on the English subtitles. And his, not last one, but the one before that was with Unda. And Unda is just such a colorful character. I mean, he became a fan favorite last year at Dania. He just straight up asked Scott for a job playing here. And Scott said, "So what do you know about Unda?" I said, "What's an Unda?" Literally, that's what I said. He said, "Well, he plays at Dania and he wants to play at Matt." And then he came here and he practiced, and just he couldn't ask for a nicer person. Yeah. I mean, just great attitude and hilarious, and on the court, just tremendous effort. And we made it happen. We had spoken to Benetrix and Etcheberry before that. So he completes the set. And yeah, he played Friday night, and there was an Unda chant.
The first day.
First
Friday
day.
night.
So that give you enough time to get to what you needed?
Almost do.
So where Etcheberry and Benetrix are concerned, if you're familiar with play up to our friends' short drive up 95, we imagine they'll play about the same here.
Yeah, you'll see a couple of the new players tonight in Battle Court. Benetrix and Etcheberry, we got the Devils up against the Fireballs, so we'll get to see them in Battle Court format. And always great experience there, too. That's where you see players make great strides in Battle Court. And hope the same for those three new players this season. But with about 8 minutes to go till we begin Game 1, we'll toss it to video here. This one will explain the scoring format for all 8 of our games today. It's the same as every day. That's Spectacular 7 scoring. It's all right, Stu. We're going to hold the video for a moment. Jesse asking some interesting questions here.
The fastest I've ever seen the ball go here at Magic City, or the fastest I've ever seen a highlight ball thrown? Because here, what's interesting about... So the fastest I've seen the ball go here, can't really say, because both the glass and the ball both have an absorbing quality that gives it the natural bounce. What you want in highlight... You know, there's a lot of talk about the ball, and there's a lot of Schnitt talk about the ball, too. In fact, there's endless Schnitt talk about the ball, which is just, like, so annoying, but that's besides the point. But what you want is a predictable, consistent bounce. That's the most important thing, that the ball goes where you want it to. And when you're dealing with a composite side wall and glass, the ball's got to be different. So we went through, I don't know, maybe 30 balls before we came up with the perfect ball that we've had since 2019. That's this one. I'd say the fastest that I've personally ever seen the ball was Lopez's backhand, which is no surprise because it's easily one of the most powerful backhands in all of professional highlight for at least the last 15 years. But not this past World Supercourt, the World Supercourt 2024, when he was playing with Jairo against Aratz and Gaucheri. He was throwing so hard that Gaucheri had a difficult time following it there at the end, and also it was trailing. So, and the ball does that when it's thrown so hard, you get into physics and it becomes lighter, the way that it moves. It's encountering less resistance, and it starts doing peculiar things. Traditional highlight ball, that record had been set at Dania at 190 something, I think. I wasn't there for that.
I was there, and it was Iban. that night.
You went that?
Stu, it's one of the craziest stories. I just happened to be there that night. I had no clue what was going on. I mean, you understand highlight. I would go as a kid, and I would see the performances. I'd see the walkout, and I'd see them play the games.
Wrong microphone.
It's okay, Stu. But that night in particular, when we got there, there was like a throwing contest. It wasn't a quinella. It wasn't a standard game. They were just doing a contest, and I can't tell you how many players on the roster here now were. There had to be 5, 6, maybe even more guys on the court that night with me in the crowd. And that was like my future. I didn't even know it at the time. But that was really cool. And then it was on SportsCenter. It made SportsCenter the next day.
That's a neat story. I didn't know you were there. Obviously, it's something we've talked about. You know, there's an average speed, and the truth of the matter is that just the ball moves fast, and some players throw harder than others. Yeah. You know, just having been around it, at least consciously, since like my first memory of being around highlight is 1974. So having been around it like all that time, you just see some balls that just move faster than others, and sometimes it has to do with the ball, because even the traditional highlight ball, one of the, you know, as much as people like to talk crap about this, traditional highlight balls handmade, so there's some variation in those balls, and some move different than others. So I would say that, I mean, the hardest thrower, we've talked about that before. That's a frequent question that's asked. Consistently day to day, Lordway was the hardest throwing highlight player that I ever saw. Again, you're going back to the 70s and 80s. He's no longer with us, Lalu Lordway, but that right side was just crazy. He would throw it 3/4, so not sidearm. He'd throw it 3/4 and pass. He'd pass. It would hit the front wall so hard that it would kick up and go straight back. Yeah, that was something else.
Kind of nasty. I actually watched some highlights of Lordway. I think it was a partido. And didn't the crowd always cheer when he would throw?
Yeah. So that's something that I was physically present for before I ever got into this. I mean, you had to be 18 to get into highlight. I grew up in Miami, and I started sneaking in. I'd always been around it through amateur, but the first professional quinellas that I ever saw, I was 15. There would be exhibitions that kids could get into. Like if there was an amateur tournament every year, usually professionals would come out and play like one, you know, throw the ball around. So I had access to that. But the first time that I ever snuck in was 1984 or 85. 1985. 1984, I had my learner's permit. And you find the weak link at the front door who's not checking ID, got in. I remember walking through the tunnel in the lobby and just seeing the court and just being absolutely amazed. So seeing I was present in the audience on several occasions when he would start getting wound up, and you get like it wasn't like every time he walked on the court, but when the point would start getting heated, he would start throwing that right side, and you'd have at that time 3,000-4,000 people going whoosh. And let's say like 1,000 of the 3,000 or 4,000 that were in the auditorium was, and every time this guy, so it was it's really hard to explain. It's one of those things where you really did have to be there, and also it's a 40-year-old memory, but it is a very distinct memory.
For sure. Well, Ryan Marvin asked a good question. New to highlight, how does the scoring work? Funny you asked that, Ryan. We got a video that will explain it for you right here.
Ryan?
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And with that, folks, 0 minutes on the clock. We're ready to begin game number 1 in Pelota action for this Thursday.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Time to begin our first game. It is a spectacular 7. Doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points doubling after the first round of play. Serving the red shirts post 1. Ikeda, Tennessee, receiving in the blue of post 2. Yeah, he's center court judge. Is Jedden in the front court with Unda in the back. Ikeda serves. We begin. Catch by Ikeda. Here's the backhand by Unda to the inside.
Ryan, quick answer. There isn't a link to the video, but we play it before the first game of all performances, so if you go back, you can check it out. In any Pelota broadcast.
Powerful forehand by Unda. Robote forehand by Ikeda. Jen gets in there. Backhand from the 7 line. Unda comes out to make the Robote. Hard to the inside. Ikeda reaching round. Makes the catch. To the outside it goes. Jen's there. Tennessee, fine pickup deep in the backcourt. Oh, what a catch by Tennessee. Difficult play at the back wall. Jen's there. Backhand. Unda from the 12 line to the inside. Tennessee now. Backhand from the 12. Catch by Ikeda. Robote by Jed to the outside will score. Point 2. White shirts, post 3, receiving. Here's Julian and El Barba. What a catch by Jedden. Hard throw. Scooped up by Julian. Julian from the forehand. Will score, point 3. Green shirts of post 4 receive. CRB in the front court with Ben in the back. The chat is back. That's funny. Robote coming out. Forehand Robote by Julian. Yes, the chat is back. For those of you who know, we only chat with us here in the announcer's booth during our Pelota games, Tuesdays and Thursdays now through November, 1:30 p.m. post time. Not during Battle Court. We try to keep that as professional as possible. And they don't trust me. Here's a catch by Ben. Probably shouldn't, actually. I mean, it's well thought out. El Barba on the backhand at the side wall. Excellent catch and return by CRB. Here's Julian. Robote save. Light touch. Julian moves in, makes the catch. Forehand. Low and hard. 2 score. Point 3. Favorite 2 points. Here's post 5. Juice and Cabrera. over serve, 0.5. Yellow shirts at post 6. Art is in the front court with Gallo in the back. Rebote left side by Arta. Cabrera's there. Backhand from the 11 line. Gallo on the scoop. Backhand from the 12. Arta Cortada will score. Well thrown. 0.6. The pink shirts of post 7 are now receiving. Cool Fitness is in the front court with Manny in the back. Jamel Juanito, good to see you in the chat. Hope all is well. Gallo on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 12 line. Ball tipped, 0.6. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts at post 8. We have Benetrix in the front court with Flores in the back. Here's the backhand by Flores. Benetrix to the inside. Gallo's there. Gallo from the forehand. Benetrix looks for the rebote. Right up the middle. Caught in the air by Arta. The 2-0 by Arta. In and scoring. That was perfect. 0.6. We have completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return the red of post 1, Ikeda and Tennessee. Ball tipped in the backcourt, 0.1. 2 points for the 1 team. Blue post 2 receiving. Jedden and Unda. Rotate forehand right to the outside, off the frame of Jedden Cesta it goes. 0.1. Wong with 4 points, serving to the 4 posts, CRB and Ben. Diane, not in the beginning. All those questions will be answered probably by the end of the season, both in like press releases, but when the move does take place, it will be, we're going to start off with Battle Court, and the focus is going to be on Battle Court. Pelota will make an appearance in the future, no question about that, but this is going to be it for a while. Rebote coming out. To the inside it goes. There's the backhand. What a catch by Ben at the side wall. Backhand from the 12 line. Ikeda from the right side. Scoop, tip, 0.1. Possible game point for the red shirts at post 1. Ikeda and Tennessee trying to stop them. Julian and El Barba. Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Caught on the forehand of Julian. Tennessee, backhand from the 11 line. Thrown powerfully, Robote coming out. Ikeda, forehand. Outside placement, lands in and scores. Point in game, red shirts of post one. Ikeda and Tennessee. No playoff here in our first game. 1-6-3, unofficial order finish. Results and prices are official. Coming in first, post one. Ikeda, Tennessee. Taking second, post 6. Artagallo coming in third, post 3. Julin and El Barba. $2 Quinello, 1-6, $55.80. The trifecta, 1-6-3, $222.20. $2 wager on one to win, $12. First half of the only daily double. Number 1. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our second game. It is a spectacular 7. Singles match, played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 2 will also begin our first pick 3. There are no scratches in game 2. There are no scratches in today's performance at all. Post time for game number 2. Now, just about 6 minutes from now. Good luck.
All right, folks, we got about, it says 4 minutes there up. So we begin game number 2. You see the will pays for the daily double. Play that daily double before game number 1. Pick the winners of the first 2 games to cash in on that option. But the pick 3, the early pick 3 starting here in game 2. To play that, pick the winners of games 2, 3, and 4. And don't forget about the high-paying, high-five jackpot, $2,000 minimum guarantee in every performance. That begins in Game 3. Pick the winners of Games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly and have the only ticket that does so, you'll get that full $2,000.
Who says you can't ask questions? Of course you can ask questions. In fact, this is the time to ask questions. Now, there are certain questions that we can't answer. Like, for instance, there's lots of interest in the move.
I think that was maybe more what one more point was alluding to. Just some of the tough questions, but
yeah, there are some.
You can ask them.
Exactly.
We might not answer them. That's the only.
Good afternoon, Stu, Drew, WJAL Drew, and folks in the chat. Mo Crank, like the way you phrased that. That's very nice. So yes, Diane. So that was a good question. It really what it comes down to in terms of Pelota versus Battle Court is the easiest way to think about it is that we see Battle Court here as the future, and the Battle Court is our baby. And there's a lot of interest in Battle Court. Pari-mutuel, it's not, no one's poo-pooing it, but this is the form of highlight that has been known literally since the 1930s. So we're going on, almost 100 years. So you need to go where the interest is. And the move is huge. I mean, this move is going to be huge. I mean, there's no way of, we're not going to, it's going to be a breeze. Nah, it's not going to be anything. No, it's seismic. It's seismic. No question it's seismic. We're very happy. Is this the last Pelota meet for Magic? Well, it is the last Pelota meet that will be played at Magic City. Yes, that is definitely the question. As far as name changing and stuff like that, none of that has been released yet. And again, I don't speak ahead of. That's like the easiest way to get in trouble, and it's a stupid way for people to get in trouble. It is. It just is. And I've been there. I mean, that's something that has come with age. It's like, oh, I have this neat piece of information, and I really want to. It's like, no. The person whose responsibility it is to release that information is the CEO. It's the C-suite. The C-suite's got to release it, or the public information officers. And we have them. Yeah. And as soon as they tell us we can openly talk about it, we will. Now, the CEO has made open comments very publicly about where we're going and the rest of it, but we haven't been released to do it. So, though, yeah, we know it, and lots of other people know it. Many of you know it. Not going to talk about it. But goody, Ernesto's here, so we know he's going to say something that's going to piss me off any second. Just kidding. Ernesto, I hope you're well, and watch that drinking. Seriously, I'm concerned about your liver. Ernesto, excellent question. That will also be answered at a future time.
Man, you guys are good today. Asking some good questions.
No. Look, these are our fans. These are our fans, Andrew. These people know us. They're in the know. Keep asking. Keep asking. We'll answer the stuff we can, and we won't with the stuff we can't.
We got to play game 2 quickly, though. Great to hear, Ernesto.
Time to begin game 2. It is a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts. Post 1, the red shirt. Post 1 is El Barber, receiving blue. Post 2, Cool Fitness. And ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for the score feed to come up from Teleview. Make sure that we're scoring these points. Once again, we are just waiting to get our score showing up on the board. As soon as we have it, we'll move on. Here's Shanara Davis to entertain you in the meantime. It's not entertaining. Seriously, people are supposed to be entertained by that? No, go back and sit on the bench, man. Sorry, Dennis. As soon as we get the scoreboard up, we'll be ready to go. Apologies. All right, let's begin. El Barba serves. Cool Fitness receives. There's the serve. We begin. First point for El Barba. Receiving, white shirt at post 3, Jedden. Here's a backhand by Jedden. El Barba, forehand rebote, escapes to the outside, point 3. Green shirt to post 4, here's Juice. Juice on the catch, here's the backhand. Jedden midcourt, backhand, low and hard to the inside. Scoop attempt miss, rebote not there, point 3. Black shirt at post 5, here's CRB. CRB on the catch. Coasty to the inside. Here's Jedden. Fine catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Ball tip, point 3. 3 points for the 3 post. Yellow shirt to post 6. Ikeda receives. Tampa T-Town, we play Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. now through November. Ikeda on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Beautiful catch by Jed. Ikeda from the 8. Point 6. Pink shirt, post 7. Tennessee receives. Here's the backhand by Tennessee. Backhand 2-all, scooped by Ikeda. God, how I love that shot. Wow, right to his forehand. Okay, point 6. Purple shirt, post 8. Ben receives. I got plenty to talk about without you giving him the ball. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Here's Ben. Ball tipped at the 11.8. First round is complete. All matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First return, blue of post 2, Cool Fitness. Good catch by Cool Fitness. Ben's there. Backhand from the 11. Point 8. 8 with 3 points, serving El Barba. Red at post 1. El Barba, 2-all, stopped by Ben. That carry by Ben, well thrown, landing in and scoring. Point 8. 5 points and a possible game point, 4. Ben. Trying to stop him. Juice, green and post 4. Light touch to the inside. Ben's there. Backhand from the 7. Juice takes off. Rebote save by Juice. Ben went to take it on the bounce. Has a tip ball, point 4. Play continues. Black at post 5, CRB. Juice makes the save on the rebote at the side wall. CRB makes the catch. 2-all, light touch, scores. Point 5. White shirt to post 3 returns. Jedden. Scoop attempt, miss, point 3. Possible game point for the white shirt at post 3. Jedden trying to stop him. Tennessee. Under serve, point 7. Ooh. Play continues. Tennessee is serving to the yellow shirt at post 6. That's Ikeda. Here's a catch by Ikeda. Scoop attempt, tip, point 6. Six with 4 points. Here's post 2, Cool Fitness. Point 6. Possible game point for Ikeda. Yellow post 6, trying to stop him. El Barba. El Barba on the catch. Here's the backhand to the inside. Catch by Ikeda. Ikeda passes. Robote. Forehand. Up the middle. Stopped by Ikeda. Point in game, post 6, Ikeda. 6 wins it, 8 serves to 3. This is a playoff for second and third place. You can cut the tension with a knife. Backhand by Jedden. Ben's there. Ben fakes the carom. Picada. Jedden on the run. Got him. Little anticlimactic. Point and place to post 8. 3 shows. Unofficial order finish 683. Prices will be up in a moment. Results from game 2 are official. Coming in first, post 6. Ikeda taking second, post 8. Ben coming in third, post 3. Jedden. 683, the official order finish for our second game. There are your prices. $2 Quinella, 6.8, $26. Trifecta, 683, $239.80. $2 wager on 6 to win, $4.40. See what that daily double was. There it is. Early daily double 1-6, $30.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our third game, a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. No scratches in game 3 and post time. Now just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. Play a video. Out to the Robote. El Barba's there. Robote forehand by El Barba. Jed moves in. Outside placement will score. Powerful forehand. Robote. Scoop. Here's the backhand. There's a backhand by Kubala. Tennessee is there. Scoop by Bueno. Karen by Bueno is in. Backhand by Bragley. Placement to the inside by Arta will score. Bueno midcourt on the left side. Hard throw. Robote coming out. Splitter. Caught in the air by Bueno. Cavallo passes on the scoop. Goes for the Robote. He makes the save. Ikeda. What a catch and what a costado. Back. What a catch by Baragli on the back wall. Ben reaches up, backhand from the 11 line. Ben makes the catch. He's winding up. Splitter. Scoop by Baragli. Ikeda at the 10 line. That's a great catch. Ben's there. Robote forehand. Ben advances, takes it in the air, 2-all, lands in and scores. Great save by Kubala from the backcourt. Kubala, Robote save just above the pad. Ikeda's there. Ikeda to the outside. Scoop by CRB. Here's the backhand. Robote for Elbarba. To the inside. Benny's there. Elbarba for the Robote. Drop shot Robote by Elbarba. Two minutes to go, which means we have time to address some of these issues. Sorry, Andrew.
No, you're good.
No, please. What was that video that we just
Early
watched?
doubles top 10.
Great. Okay,
Yes.
moving on.
Go.
Jerry. Come on. Yeah, you know how it works. The early games are a little different than the later games, and then the later games get better. And then I don't remember, again, when your name came up with that derogatory comment, I couldn't remember if you're one of the difficult chatters. I don't remember you being a difficult chatter. Then folks in the chat started attacking you, so not attacking, but you've seen better play in the old Highlight school. Which one, the one in Connecticut or North Miami? I never played in the one in Connecticut. I did play in the one in North Miami from 1983 to 1988. So I saw the highlight that was played there, and yeah, some of it before 1988. There was phenomenal amateur highlight. There was really good amateur highlight before 88. After that, bit of a push. Highlight, that article that was written did sound like it was closing down, but no, we're definitely moving. We will definitely be playing we'll finish here in December with Battle Court, the semifinals and finals of Battle Court, and then we will open at the new location in February. It's February through May. Don't have specific dates, but February through May. We will open on time, and it will be exciting. Definitely will be exciting. That there's no question about.
And some greetings from Marquina still. Hello, Jose. Glad that you're tuning in. Game number 3. Second early doubles game. Ready to begin.
Time to begin our third game. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first and serving in the red shirts of Post 1. Have Arten Gallo receiving in the blue of Post 2. Juice and Cabrera. Here's a serve. We begin. There's the backhand by Cabrera. Gallo on the catch. Arabote, too high, point 1. Receiving the white shirts of Post 3, Benetrix and Flores.
Here I am trying to be on my best behavior and let everybody talk as loud as they want, stand wherever the fuck you want, say whatever the fuck you want. You gotta be on the fucking court on time.
I got you.
God bless you.
I was going to say this some gum. He wanted some gum. He was my bad.
Next time, tell him to go fuck himself.
There's a forehand by Benetrix. Gallo in there, makes the save, a little low, point 3. Green shirts Post 4, CRB and Ben receive. Yeah, Ernesto, I very rarely have a hot mic moment, and that's one of those hot mic moments. Apologies to anyone who may have been offended. There's the backhand by Ben. Not directed at anybody in the chat. Sometimes players get a little rambunctious. There's a rebote. Benetrix on the catch. Hard throw to the inside. That's a catch by CRB. Well caught on the left side. There's the backhand by Ben. Costado by Benetrix. Scoop by Ben. Karam. Point 4. Black shirt, Post 5. Cool Fitness and Manny receive. Manny saw what you did. He'd like to catch the ball now. Thank you. You got a thumbs up. That's as much as you're getting, Ben.
Sorry, Max.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Rebote coming out. Manny on the rebote keeps the point alive. Cool fitness from the outside. Costado bends there. Good catch about the 9 line. Is that for my swear jar?
Times are tough, Ernesto. Man, I'm sorry to hear.
Manny gets up there, makes the catch. Big backhand. CRB's in the backcourt. Leaves Ben up there in the front. Manny pulls one off the sidewall beautifully. The Costado caught the pad. 0.4.
Remember, there used to be a couple zeros before the decimal when Ernesto would make those donations.
4 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 6, Ikeda and Tennessee. Highlight, I am not purposely hard on the players. No, there's again, what we were saying before, it's tough love.
There we go, Ernesto. That's 1.
That's an overserve. Now Ben has to come back and sit next to Manny on the bench, 0.6. Pink shirts, post 7 receiving, Jedden and Unda. Thank you, Ernesto. Big right side by Unda. Point 7. Underserve, 0.8. That completes first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. Juice and Cabrera receive. No, Ernesto, the goal is not for me to go off. It's just to maintain order here in the back so that everybody can play highlight as best they can. That's it. Yeah. 0.2. White shirts, post 3. Art and Gallo receive. Robote left side by Arta. He keeps the ball in play. Costado to the inside. Here's Gallo. Backhand from the 10 line. Point 1. White shirts post 3. Benetrix and Flores receive. Schmel, good to see you in the chat. Yeah, they are fired up today. We only play Pelota, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so there's a high degree of energy in the building. Jerry, that I agree with 100%. Highlight audiences, man. And the locker room, too. The locker room, too. There's no question about it. The guys from 2018 who trained with JR and I in the beginning are well used to it. Here's the backhand by Arta. Oh. Point 1. Possible game point. Red shirts a post 1. Arta and Gallo trying to stop them. Cool fitness in Manny. Here's the backhand by Manny. Arta's there. Arta, powerful, powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Cool fitness. Eyes on the Robote. Did not make the play. Won a game, post 1. Arta and Gallo. 4 serves to 2. This is for second and third place. We had a discussion in the chat one time about which fronton had the most aggressive audience, and it was a toss-up between Hartford and Miami. Here's the backhand by Cabrera. Ben on the catch. Cabrera looking for the rebote, saves it on the forehand. CRB picks it up on the bounce. Hard throw. This one caught by Cabrera. There's the backhand. Ben. Beautiful catch off the side wall, deep in the backcourt. Juice is there. Backhand. Forehand rebote. Too hard. Hit the overhead screen. 4 places, 2 shows. One, 4-2, the official order finish for Game 3. There are your prices. $2 Quinella 1-4, 28-20. Trifecta 1-4-2, 188.80. There are too many 8s there. 188.80. $2 wager on 1 to win, $7.80. First number in the high 5, the number 3 up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 4. It's a spectacular 7 singles match, played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. That will close out the early pick 3. Post time for Game 4 now just 6 minutes away. And let's talk. We have a choice between talking or playing videos, so let's talk. Let's talk. Mr. Savin, hi. Good. Microphone is hot. I had a hot moment on the mic before. I am apologizing to my boss right now. I was redirecting one of the players in a slightly aggressive manner, and suffice to say, he was supposed to be on the court, and he was back there. So some of our fans, our Pari-mutuel fans, who we love, heard it, and I actually got a text message from Tevin. We're all good. The apology's been issued and everything's moving along just fine. Speaking of battle court, Warriors and Devils.
Let me get back to that. I totally effed up earlier today. So
did you?
I said it was the Fireballs and the Devils. No, as you just heard there, it is the Warriors and the Devils playing tonight. So apologies.
He's switching free. Not yet, guys. We still got a minute.
Yeah, with about 4 minutes to go here till we begin Game 4, let's toss to this video quickly. We didn't play it a little earlier. This one will explain how highlight is played.
The main rule of highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in highlight. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a highlight player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And we're back here about 3 minutes till we begin that 4th game. Some funny questions, Mr. Kinchman. That's a good one. We were just talking back here.
And Andrew was getting harshed on because who would I adopt for? These guys get paid to play. We understand they are professional athletes, right? So none of them require adoption. And So, like...
No, but just hypothetically.
What do you mean, hypothetically?
If you were to bring one of the 38 people that are here into your home that don't include me, JR, or Scott, who would it be? And I guess you'd be like a father figure-ish to them. Just redirect them whenever they mess up.
It's literally something I've never given any thought to, so I don't, I like to give thoughtful answers, honest answers.
It's okay.
We're all about being genuine here. That's one thing about Magic City since the very beginning. It's genuine. You're going to see, if it's genuinely screwed up or it's genuinely good or genuinely whatever. That's why I attack people when they come in the chat or on Tiger's board, with commentary that's derogatory to the program because, 8 years in, it's like, okay, if you don't like Glass, you don't like Glass. You haven't liked it, you're not going to like it. Stop watching it. Soap operas on during the day. Much more your style. You can't say anything about the effort. You can't say anything about, the production quality. So I know I'm straying from the question, but I really don't. I mean, I would adopt Andrew because Andrew's like, he seems lost sometimes.
It's a cop-out.
No.
You can't pick me. That's what I said.
But there's no, it's...
Somebody did say Benny. That was a name that was floated out.
But
back
it's like
here.
he doesn't need to be adopted. It's like Benny. It's like
very
Benny
fine,
and Duckworth. Like at 8, they were like probably ready to be off on their own. It's like they're going to be okay. Like no matter what. Like who's someone I'm worried about crossing the street?
It's like CRB, maybe.
Barba.
Yeah, Barba. Yeah. I wouldn't be so worried about.
Barba. I would adopt Barba.
He's a responsible guy. Yeah.
I would adopt Barba. There's no question about it. Some of the most intense. I mean, those 2-3 hour conversations back in a couple years ago. Barba he's a lot of things, and intelligent is one of them. He's a very, very bright guy, very intense, very deep guy as well. Time to play highlight.
I'll say, Stu, from one end of the spectrum, I'd go with Benny, and on the opposite end of the spectrum, I'd pick Gallo, because I think we'd have a lot of fun together, and we have a lot of similar interests.
You and Gallo together?
And then Benny for different reasons, but I think both of those would work very well.
I like that. All right, let's continue.
And it'd be entertaining, for sure.
Time to begin game 4. It is a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points, with points doubling after the first round of play. Serving red shirt, post 1, Arta. Receiving blue, post 2, Manny. There's a serve. We begin. Art's on the 2-all. Manny stops it. Stays clear of the screen. Manny back to stop that one. Forehand to the inside, and that will score. Well played, point 2. White shirt at post 3. Here's number 16, Julian. There's the backhand by Julian. Rebote coming out. That ball hits the pad. The pad is bad. Point 3. Green shirt at post 4. Benny receives. You see, adoption indicates taking responsibility for it. It's not who you spend time with. I mean, I've obviously spent more time with Anderluck / Correa and obviously Diaz than, any other players on the roster. There's the backhand by Benny. To the inside it goes. Rebote forehand. Benny from the right side at the 7 line. Low and hard. Julian lost his footing back here at the 12 line, point 4. Black shirt at post 5. Hyro receives. Yes, Diaz works behind the scenes now. Has for last couple years. Robote forehand. Here's the backhand by Benny. Robote, forehand by Jairo. Point 4. Yeps. Yes, Diaz is in production. It's very hard to get out of the program once you're in. Really is. That's a real short list of people who we've parted ways with who it's a hard part. Scoop by Goenaga. Costado 2-all. Lands in and scores. Point 6. Pink, post 7, Lalu. Ernesto, let's... Actually, he visited the other day. He was back here, and it was actually very nice to see him. One of the things we want is anyone who does part from the program, we really wish them well and hope that they do well. Robote, overhead screen, out of play, point 7. Purple shirt to post 8. Now receiving Echeverry. There's a backhand by Echeverry. Lalu at the side wall makes the save. Echeverry from the costado. 2-all to score. Point 8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, red at post 1. Arta. There's the backhand to the inside. Shit. Arta, 2-all Robote, beautifully executed and scoring, point 1. 1 with 2 points. Here's the blue at post 2, Manny. Artong in there, makes the Robote, and it scores. Point 1. 1 with 4 points. Here's post 3. Julian. Robote forehand by Arta. Point 3. 3 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 5, Jairo. Here's the backhand by Jairo. Here's the catch by Jairo. Hard to the inside he goes. That Robote falls short, point 5. Benny receives, green at post 4. There's a catch by Iro. Two bounces before the rebote was thrown. 0.4. Yellow shirt to post 6, Goanaga. Rebote left side to the inside. Good catch by Goanaga. There's a catch by Benny. Benny on the 2-all. Goanaga's there. Goanaga from the forehand. That lands out. 0.4. Possible game point. Green shirt to post 4. Benny trying to stop him. Lalu. The ace will score for the win. Point and game to the green of post 4, Benny. No playoff here. 1 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish 4-1-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results are official. Coming in first, post 4, Benny. Taking second, post 1, Arta. Coming in third, post 3, Julian. 4-1-3, the official order finish. Quinella, 1-4, $54. Trifecta, 4-1-3, $376.80. $2 wager on 4 to win, $21.20. Pick 3, 614. That's the early pick 3. 614, 3 of 3 numbers, returning 175.40. Up next, game 5, the first of our 2 feature doubles games. Game 5 played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Post time for game 5 is just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. So let me gaze into the chat. I mean, I'm getting text messages. Andrew, can you explain to me why your mother wants to give you up for adoption? You're almost 30, right?
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Okay. Of course I would adopt you.
Thank you, Stu.
No, absolutely. And
it's good to know that you're wanted by somebody. You know, that's important. Thanks, Stu. It's good to know.
However, if you're expecting her chicken... The apricot chicken?
Yeah, you can't make it.
Me make that? No,
it's
no.
All right, I can try it.
If it's in a can and it's called soup, I might be able to heat it up for you. You're on your own for the bread. My laundry skills are pretty good though.
Okay, yeah, that helps. Look,
my laundry skills are good.
Look, I don't. Everyone does laundry. We all don't like it. No, but in all seriousness, I don't think she would give me up. I think
I've seen the way she looks at you.
No
chance.
To, Nor would I give, I think it's important that I wouldn't give my parents up either, Mom. So, while you're listening, I'm happy that they're my parents. Yes, Schmel. Maybe in the summer, that could have been an issue. Maybe they just saw too much of me. Time heals all.
This is the most time we've taken off. So that was a 4-month long summer, and that is a lot of time off. Don't forget, we're playing Battle Court at 5 p.m. this afternoon. So Battle Court scheduled Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. Fridays when we're open to the public. Ernesto, still don't think I've seen you at one of those Battle Court Fridays. 7 p.m. Pelota. 1:30 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, now through November. Blah, 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 blah. Not the last Tuesday in November. I did see that on the schedule. Empty Town. How's Andrew's butler? How is Jeeves? We haven't spoken about Jeeves in like forever.
Wow. You just opened up a memory that, wow, we haven't had in a while. That was a good era. The Jeeves era. Yeah.
You outgrew Jeeves? I mean, I know that it happens.
He lives in Chicago. You know, Jeeves doesn't travel.
Did he retire or did he sue?
Teetering the line, you know, it was close.
Was there a...
He's like, look, well, I won't go full bore if you just let me retire, and I'll only take half. Okay, that's fine.
If you fully fund my 401k, I will not contact an attorney.
It's something like, it's pretty similar to
wow.
that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's all different ways of leaving, and it's so-and-so has left.
We never thought Jeeves would have went out like that, but I guess you never really know people, huh, Stu? You know?
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. I mean, the truth of the matter is that they're, you know, as we evolve, friendships evolve, people change, and you always maintain those very, very close ones, but the period of time, like, gets longer between the time you see even some of your closest friends. It's just part of growing up.
That's interesting. I actually had a conversation with my girlfriend about this, and I want to get your opinion and other people too. How many, like, best friends do you think somebody, like, should, like, you say, like, this is my best friend?
So I'm an English fanatic,
yes,
right?
Yes, because I am too.
Yeah,
All right, I think we're on this. Please, sorry.
Okay,
go ahead.
So when I was a kid, let me give you what warped childhood I had in my own brain. Okay, so when I was a kid, I had this obsessive feature over the concept of a best friend.
Sure.
And the best friend was that if you're on a mountain and you're holding two friends by the hands off the ledge, and you absolutely have to drop one, and there's no possible way, through negotiation with God or anything, or higher power, whatever it is, you have to drop one, who would you drop? And it's such an anxious bearing thought that, you know, so realistically, I would say that there is one best if you're going to do that. And there may be people who are that you can be actually closer with.
Right.
I think it's, you know, who do you bare your soul to? Who knows the most about you? Or to quote a movie, Meet Joe Black. So there's an excellent quote in it where odd subject, but Death asks this character, played by Jeffrey Tambor, how he knows that his wife loves him. And he gives so the writers, of course, who wrote it, they write a very interesting answer. He gives a very straightforward answer. She knows the worst thing about me, and it's okay. And that's one view of love, and I think that's very interesting. So it's not necessarily the person you have the most fun with. It's the person, for me, it's the person you feel the closest personal tie to. And it doesn't have to do with spending time. It doesn't have to do with the amount of time. It doesn't have to do with the amount of text. It's the person who you feel closest to. And
well, let me ask.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me ask you. If somebody says, "I have 10 best friends,"
that doesn't make sense even in English. It doesn't make sense.
Or I have 5, 6, 7. Those are my best friends.
These are my close.
Like a full group of. They may be your close friends.
Yeah,
but like to me, like semantics, like I say, if you say your best friend, it's like 3 max, because you may have 3, like school, camp, sports, whatever. Okay, I have a school friend, I have a friend from another group, and I'd say 2. I feel like that makes like best friends, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other people that I'm close to.
Of course.
I didn't know if I was crazy.
No.
So thank you. Yeah,
there's really no hard.
No,
there's really no hard fast rule. That word "best" is like it's part of, you know, it's part of our vernacular, so we use it. But, you know, when it comes to it, it's who do you feel that bond with?
Yeah.
And sometimes it is your partner.
Well, in general, best, I think, is also just overused. You know, the best sandwich, the best coffee, the best, you know, it's everything's the best. You know, you're trying to sell. I get it. But
it's a marketing term in many cases.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I did have, though. My ex. So there's an ex. There's an ex for whatever. He and I are best friends. I mean, that's the part that I miss more than anything else is the actual friendship.
Yeah. Sure, absolutely. Well, let's get back to the highlight with game number 5.
Can you imagine someone who could put up with my humor and actually enjoyed it as well as my
there's a
mood
lot of
swings?
humor.
I mean,
You know,
you're close.
that part, yeah.
Yeah. Time to begin game number 5. Spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Naki serving. The red shirt post 1. Receiving blue post 2. Goenaga Nicholas. Here's the catch by Nicholas. Backhand to the inside. Unda's there. There's the backhand by Nicholas. Nicholas again, hard throw. Backhand by Unda. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point 2. White shirts, post 3, Lalu and Arat. Robote hooked. Difficult play at the side wall, point 2. Green shirts, post 4, goes Sherry and Ben. Here's the backhand by Ben. Nicholas is there. There's the backhand to the inside. Nicholas on the catch. Here's the backhand. Goenaga reads the outside placement, stops it. Hard throw on the return. What a scoop by Ben. Point 4. Black shirts, post 5, receive. Iturbide and Gallo. I like Ernesto's response. The one who lends you money and doesn't ask for it back. That's one thing when it does come to lending. It's like people say, can I borrow? It's like the answer is no. Tell me what you need. And if I ever see it again, great. If I don't, no problem. It's the only way to possibly lend money, my opinion. Costado, caught by Ben. Ben from the forehand. Robote forehand by Iturbide. Cut off by Gosheri. Costado to the outside by Gosheri. Scores, point 4. Yellow shirts, post 6, Jairo Manu receive. There's the backhand by Manu. Rebote left side by Gaucheri. Cut off by Jairo. Jairo on the backhand. Point 6. Pink shirts of post 7 receiving, Benetrix and Douglas. Douglas on the catch. There's the backhand. Manu from the 11. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Rebote for Jairo. Douglas, beautiful catch. Pulling that off the side wall. Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote for Benetrix to the inside. Taken in the air by Jairo. Rebote saved by Douglas. Manu from the outside. Catch by Douglas at the die line. Big backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand by Benetrix. Douglas reaching overhead, makes the catch. There's the backhand. Jairo for the rebote, midcourt. Douglas overhead, backhand from the 10 line. Hard throw. Rebote forehand, fire to the inside by Manu on the scoop. Scoop by Manu. There's the backhand. Benetrix moves in. Powerful backhand from the 7 line. Low and hard to the inside. Manu from the 11. Powerful backhand coming in low. Manu makes the catch. Rebote forehand by Jairo, passes. Rebote forehand by Benetrix up the middle, caught by Manu down low. Manu, fine catch at the 10 line at the side wall. Douglas is there, backhand from the 12. Rebote forehand, cut off by Jairo. Ball tipped. Such a well-played point by all 4 players. Point goes to the 6. Six with 2 points. Here's the purple shirts of post 8 to complete the first round of play. Echeberry and Benny. Benny on the backhand to the inside. Rebote. Benny now from the 10 line, powerfully to the inside, caught by Jairo. Rebote saved by Echeberry. He gets up. Jairo's there. Hard throw by Jairo will score. Point 6. 6 with 3 points. First round's complete. All matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red of post 1. Iñaki and Unda. Big right side by Unda. What a catch by Manu at the back wall. Beautiful catch by Unda. Manu's there. Manu on the backhand. Beautiful catch by Unda off the wall. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Jairo, forehand Rebote. Iñaki, midcourt, backhand to the inside. Manu's there. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point one. One with 2 points. White shirts, opposed 3 receive. Lalu and Aratz. Iñaki calls for the rebote. Rebote left side by Lalu, caught in the air by Iñaki. 2-all. That scores. Well thrown. Point one. One with 4 points. Here's the blue opposed 2. Gonaga and Nicholas. Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Iñaki saves that rebote. Not coming out with much. Gonaga's on it. Splitter. Read by Unda. Went for the scoop. Not there. Point two. Black shirts oppose 5. Iturbide and Gallo receive. Point two. Two team has 6 points and a possible game point for Gonaga and Nicholas receiving. Green and post 4, Gosheri and Ben. There's the backhand by Ben. Rebote forehand by Gosheri. This one caught. Excellent catch by Gosheri. Harden low to the inside. Nicholas is there. Ben, great catch behind the 12 line. Split placement, read by Nicholas, stopped by Nicholas, the carom by Nicholas. Ben took off, was almost there. That is point and game to the blue of post 2. Gonaga and Nicholas, 1 places, 6 shows. Unofficial order finish, 2-1-6. Results from Game 5 are official, coming in first. Post 2, Gonaga Nicholas taking second, post 1. Inaki Anunda coming in third, post 6. Hyro and Manu, 2-1-6. $2 Quinella 1-2, $30.60. Trifecta 2-1-6, $251.60. $2 wager on 2 to win, $16.40. Up next, Game 6, the first of our 2 feature singles games, played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 6 begins the late pick 3. Post time for Game 6. 6 minutes away. Good luck. So, having the option of one of Andrew's patented videos, highlight channel, WJL stuff, or talking, sometimes we talk. And sometimes what's mentioned in the chat brings up the subject matter. So obviously, past memories of highlight, past memories of loved ones. But actually, I was gonna say something for World Super Court, but neglected to, because I learned of the passing of someone very special in highlight and very special to me. And that is one Dale Pop. There's been a number of, we're hitting that time right now just based on a number of people, important in different eras of highlight who are in this age range. And so there have been a number of losses. Gisa Sola, of course, passed away recently. Orbea last year. Luisa Chanas, player manager, as well as phenomenal highlight player for many years. We recently lost. Dale was general manager of Ocala Highlight, amongst other things. Played professionally at Ocala and Tampa, I believe it was. Definitely Ocala. But he was an Ocala fixture. And I had the opportunity to work with Dale for 3 seasons, I believe it was, in Ocala. He was general manager and I was assistant general manager. And just what a great guy. I mean, just what a fantastic ambassador for highlight. A real professional. I wasn't getting emotional, folks. I was just being interrupted by Jed, who can't hear what we're saying. But just a great overall ambassador. You'd open the doors for the evening performance, and Dale believed in being at the front door, greeting patrons as they came in. And Ocala has kind of a unique setup. Ocala has a unique setup. You walk into the lobby, but you're on the second story.
Okay.
And then it's basically kind of like built tilt. So then the seating goes down, and then the court is down. So you come up, you walk in high, and then go. Well, that's part of Florida is hilly, so you can get away with that stuff. Here, you'd be digging into sand and water.
Right.
But yeah, Dale. I'd seen that Dale passed in August, so I don't know that anyone from his family listens, but I know that there are people who do watch who remember Dale, and that's a loss to the sport. Great guy. See, one day, Andrew, you'll be saying that about me. You'll probably be on a beach. One thing with the move that's
a podcast, yeah.
One thing with the move that's coming up. Obviously, we're not talking about where we're going, but someone said. Well, in that particular place, I guess if you had to go, that's where you'd want to go. It said, don't let anybody tell you that. No, it's entirely possible I could keel over behind, while announcing a highlight game. I would prefer not to. But if you hear anybody saying that, oh, that's the way he would have wanted to go. While announcing highlight, that particular location, no.
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 All right.
The answer is no. And make sure, Andrew, that's the responsibility I'm giving you. So that's the way he would have wanted to go. No.
And it's on the record.
It's very much on the record.
So
no.
These folks can hold me accountable too.
Yes, and of course, he was preceded by Eric. Passed away way too young. Very much too young. Eric, I remember I signed Eric's first professional contract in Ocala. And he was, Eric turned pro, I believe he was 17. He was 16 or 17. He was 16 or 17 when he turned pro in Ocala. Ocala was a very different experience in highlight than really any of the other frontons. Those frontons that were kind of built out in the middle of nowhere definitely were, but Ocala had a very good feel. It was further out than Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce was literally between the turnpike and
I drove right by one time.
Yeah, it was an excellent location. There wasn't, people viewed it as out in the middle of nowhere. It really wasn't. Ocala, on the other hand,
that may have been.
Yeah, look it up on a map, folks. Go to Google Earth and look at where Ocala highlight is and say, why did they put a highlight front down there? But nonetheless, fun times, and the Pop family, highly dedicated to a great fronton. But that being said, Game 6 is upon us. Time to begin our sixth game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match, played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 6 begins. The late pick 3. Serving, red shirt at post 1, Arats. Receiving, blue post 2, Alex. Arats serves, we begin. Alex on the catch, backhand, low and hard to the inside. Arats is there. Point 1. Receiving, the white shirt of post 3, number 91, Iturbide. Here's a backhand by Iturbide. Arats is there. Arats loses his footing. He's back up. Hard throw by Iturbide will score to the inside. Point 3. Green shirt to post 4. Douglas receives. Iturbide Costado, that falls short, point 4. Black shirt to post 5 receives. Arutia. Rebote forehand by Douglas, passes to the inside. Arutia. Outside placement scores. Point 5. Yellow shirt to post 6. Here's Nicholas. Powerful forehand. Caught in the air by Nicholas. Nicholas goes to the inside where it scores. Point 6. Pink shirt at post 7. Manu receives. There's the backhand by Manu. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Two all. That lands out. Point 7. Purple shirt at post 8. Iñaki receives. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Iñaki. Caught mid-court by Manu. Carom by Manu. Scores. Point 7. Blue post 2. Alex receives. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups worth 2 points now through the end of the game. Oh, for serve, point 2. Two on the board, 2 points. Here's post 1. Arats. Robote left side by Alex. Picked up on the bounce by Arats. Arats, the 2-all is wide. Point 2. 2 with 4 points. Here's post 3. Iturbide. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue post 2. Alex trying to stop him is Douglas. Two all by Alex. Scores for the win. Point in game. Post 2, Alex. 2 wins at 7 places. 5, 6, 1, 3, and 4 will play off for third place. 5 first serves to 6. Fault over serve, point 6. 1 receives, Arats. There's a backhand by Arats. Robote comes out. 2 all by Arats. Caught the pad, point 6. Possible show point for Nicholas, trying to stop him. Iturbide. Iturbide on the left side. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. Nicholas is there. Placement inside, read by Nicholas. He makes the save. Iturbide's on it, lines up. 2-all. Opens and scores. Point 3. Playoff for show continues. Iturbide serves to Douglas in the green and post 4. Robote forehand by Douglas. Touch the overhead screen, point 3. Possible show point for Iturbide, trying to stop him in the black of post 5. Rutia. There's the backhand to the inside. Point and show post 3, Iturbide. 2-7-3, unofficial order finish for game 6. Results are official. Coming in first, post 2. Alex taking second, post 7. Manu coming in third, post 3. Iturbide. $2 Quinella 2-7, 43.80. Trifecta 2-7-3, 255.60. $2 wager on 2 to win, 580. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 7, the second of our 2 feature doubles games. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. No scratches in game 7. Game 7 will conclude the high five for today. And post time is now just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. Gauchetti's there. Backhand from the 9 line. Powerfully thrown. Robote left side. Dropping. Robote by Ikeda. Bueno backing up. 8 line. Outside placement. Stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda sidearm carom from the outside back. About the 10 line. Here's a backhand by Kubala. Arta up at the 5 line. Drop shot. Point 1. Here's the backhand by Manu. Robote forehand. Manu makes the catch. Posado 2-all. Lands in perfect to score. X. There's the backhand. Robote coming out. Sherry gets back in there, makes a save. Robote by Urbieta. Sherry attacks, makes the catch. Costado 2-all is in. Big right side by Alex. Robote coming out. Splitter caught in the air by Urbieta. Urbieta down low. Ben, what a catch by Ben. Phenomenal. Ball on the Robote. Ball goes right to the outside. That's a perfect read. Beautiful 2-all. That is a perfectly executed Costado. Over the top. Big bounce. Brought down by Nicholas. Alex on the catch. Powerful forehand by Alex. What a snag on the left side of Nicholas. Here's a backhand by Julien. Robote for Manny. Manny 2-all Robote. Julien gets out there, makes a stop. Hard throw on the return. Manny, perfect positioning to save that Robote. Fine. Gaucheri got up there, got it. Rifles it back. Douglas, tremendous catch. Low, hard backhand. What a catch by Gaucheri. Robote forehand, Karam. Perfectly executed and scoring.
And folks, that top 10 from February of 2024, last year, right here at Magic City Highlight. That will take us here about 2 minutes till the start of game number 7. The high five will not be hit today, folks, as you can see by that board, but come back next Tuesday. Chance to play it again. Pelota schedule Tuesday and Thursday, 1:30 p.m. start time.
Both played? Oh, JR played professionally at the highest level for 20 years, then was player manager. I played in the Miami High School and amateur, but I was a practice player. I never played competitively. And the majority of people who pick this up, kind of like me, JR is...
Time. Let's begin.
Yeah, JR. Yeah, JR.
We're ready to begin Game 7, Spectacular 7 scoring. Serving. Red shirt at post 1, Jairo Manu. Receiving blue post 2, goes Sherry and Ben. There's the serve. We begin. Backhand by Manu to the inside. Scoop attempt tipped. Point 1. White shirts to post 3. Echeverry and Benny receive. Lucas, welcome to the chat. Glad you're watching. Benny on the catch. Here's the backhand. Manu pulls it off the wall. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Powerful backhand by Benny. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Caught in the air by Benny. There's the backhand by Echeverry. Caught in the air by Manu. Manu from the 12 line. Point 3. Green shirts of post 4 take to the court. Benetrix and Douglas. Ball tipped. Point 4. Black shirts post 5 receive. Alex and Julian. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Alex forehand from the 8 line. Low and hard. Caught by Benetrix. Benetrix on the backhand, wall to wall from the left side. There's the backhand by Douglas. Split placement in the air, caught in the forehand of Douglas. Cortada by Douglas. Alex got in there, has a tip ball, point 4. 2 points for the 4 post. Receiving, Iturbide and Gallo. Yellow shirts, post 6. Rebote left side by Benetrix. To the inside it goes. Gallo's there. Gallo from the 11 line. Catch by Gallo. Here's the backhand. Beautiful catch by Iturbide. Powerful backhand. Caught there by Benetrix. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point 4. 3 points for the 4 post. Receiving yellow shirts, post 6. Lalu and Arats. Robote left side. Arats gets in there to make the catch. Floater stopped by Douglas. There's the backhand. Benetrix at the sidewall. Good catch. Arats is there. Backhand. Point 4. 4 points for the 4 post. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirts of post 8. Arutia and Cabrera. Under serve, point 8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, blue post 2. Gosheri and Ben. In and out of the cest of the serve goes, point 8. Eight with 3 points. Serving the red of post 1, Jairo and Manu. Over serve, point 1. 3 points for the 1 post. Receiving, Echeberry and Benny. Here's a backhand by Benny. Jairo's there. Manu on the backhand to the inside. Benny makes the catch in the air. Big backhand. Caught by Manu. Benny on the catch. Backhand. Etchberry from the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Jairo. Etchberry gets in there to make the save. Here's a Manu from the 9 line. Benny on the catch. Backhand from the 10. Manu, backhand powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Forehand Robote straight back by the forehand of Etcheberry. Etcheberry with a tip ball up at the 4 line, point 1. Possible game point, red shirts of post 1. Jairo and Manu trying to stop them. Alex and Julian. There's the backhand by Julian. Manu on the catch. Julian takes that off the wall. Backhand to the inside. Robote dropping, saved by Jairo. Passing Alex. Alex calls for the Robote. Great save by Alex. Here's Jairo. Robote saved by Julian. Lands in and scores. Point 5. 5 with 2 points, serving to post 6. Yellow shirts receive. Ichibide and Gallo. Rebote forehand by Alex. Stopped on the costado of Ichibide, the 2-all. Thrown long and scoring, point 6. 6 with 2 points, here's post 7. Lalu and Rotz. There's the backhand by Rotz to the inside. Ichibide, backhand, powerfully thrown, caught by Rotz. That backhand gets away from Gallo, hits the overhead screen, which is out of play, point 7. 7 with 2 points, receiving with 4 points, the green of post 4. Benetrix and Douglas. Douglas keeps it on the backhand. Hard to the inside he goes. Here's Rotz. Douglas on the backhand, low and hard. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Rotz from the back wall to the inside. Rebote for Benetrix. Powerful forehand rebote caught by Rotz on the bounce. Benetrix at the 8. Backhand. Powerfully thrown rebote coming out. Lalu, left side rebote, hard to the inside. Douglas is there. Catch by Rotz, backhand to the inside. Douglas from the 12. Douglas saves the forehand rebote. Big bounce brought down by Rotz. Rotz sends it back. Benetrix rebote to the inside. Rotz is there. Rebote forehand by Benetrix, caught in the air by Lalu. Lalu from the costado in the air, caught by Douglas. Douglas powerfully to the inside, and Rotz is there. There's the backhand, 2-all. Caught in the air by Benetrix. Benetrix rifles it back. Rotz scoops it up. Backhand. Benetrix is there. Backhand from the 8. Douglas again, powerful backhand. What a catch by Rotz. Benetrix from the 7 to the inside. Rotz again, backhand. Benetrix at the side wall. Rebote by Lalu. Caught in the air by Benetrix. Rotz again. Beautiful catch by Rotz, deep in the backcourt. Benetrix, costado to the inside. Big bounce is tipped. Quite a point played by all 4 players. 4 gets the point. Possible game point for the green shirts at post 4. Benetrix and Douglas trying to stop them. Go Sherry and Ben. Rebote left side. Here's a catch by Benetrix. Costado inside, big bounce, brought down, beautiful catch by Ben. There's a backhand by Douglas. Ben on the forehand from the 11 line. Big backhand, Gosheri takes off. 2-all, stopped, but not held on to on the outside. Point 2, play continues. 2 with 2 points. Here's post 8. Purple shirts, Urrutia and Cabrera. Urrutia picked the serve, fired it low. It scores. Point 8. Possible game point. Purple shirts post 8. Urrutia and Cabrera trying to stop them. Echeverry and Benny. Echeverry on the catch. Backhand from the 8. Wall to wall and out to the rebote. Benny takes that on the bounce. The catch by Cabrera. Backhand. There's a backhand by Cabrera. Good catch by Echeverry. Powerful backhand. Scoop by Benny. Urrutia, rebote to the inside. Benny's there. Echeverry will keep this on the left side. Costi to the inside. Well thrown. Nice catch. Cabrera did a good job of getting out of the way. Here's Urrutia winding up. Costado inside. Benny adjusts for the rebote. He makes the save. Urrutia on the left side. Costi. By Benny. Backhand by Benny. Rebote for Urrutia. Cortada. Stopped by Urrutia. Backhand from the 8 line. Benny's there. Backhand from the 13 line. Cabrera now. Powerful backhand by Benny, caught by Cabrera. Cabrera to the inside. Rebote forehand. Echeverry adjusts, will not make the play. Point in game, post 8. Urrutia and Cabrera. No playoff here, 4 places, 1 shows. Unofficial order finish, 8-4-1. Your price will be up in a moment. Results from Game 7 are official, coming in first, post 8. Urrutia and Cabrera taking second, post 4. Benetrix and Douglas coming in third, post 1. Jairo and Manu. There are your prices. $1 quinella, 4.8. It's not that unusual. $109.50. That's an unusual price. Trifecta 841, $412.40. $2 wager on 8 to win, $14.60. No one hit the high 5. It lives to fight another day. 14228. 4 or 5 numbers returning $50.50 at jackpot. Guaranteed at a minimum $2,000. Up next is our 8th and final game of Pelota in advance of Battle Court at 5 p.m. when the Warriors will take on the Devils. Game 8 is a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points, with points doubling after the first round of play. Post time for our 8th game, 7 minutes away. Good luck.
That's like, yeah, it's like an automatic before the 8th game.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. I sell ice cream, rather sell a CD.
I have a security company, a beauty salon.
I've been doing music for a very long time.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlight.
We're looking to transition from dog racing to highlight. I went to the university. I said, listen, I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
If you're going to come into this sport, you got to be dedicated. You're going to be a piece of cake.
We knew going in, they're not going to be great the first day.
It'll be like the Jamaicans with the bobsled team.
Game time now, man. This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is gonna pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that is a trailer for the award-winning documentary about the inaugural season of play right here at Magic City. That one is called Magic City Hustle. Directed by Billy Corbin, the creator of Cocaine Cowboys, Screwball, The U, and much more. This film highlights the transition of these Magic City athletes from their respective careers in other sports right here to the highlight from time. You can now watch Magic City Hustle directly from Google Play or iTunes, rent or buy. Either platform, if you buy it for just a few dollars more, you can enjoy it as many times as you like for life. And that'll take us here 3 minutes only from the start of Game 8. Don't forget about Battle Court coming up at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It is the Warriors and Devils competing tonight, beginning with a singles match. See Alex up against Benny. Then Division 4 doubles, we'll see Gallo and Manny against Nicholas and Kubala, followed by Division 5 doubles, Cray and Julian against Benetrix and Rock. Then Division 2 doubles with Douglas and Manny against Echeberry and Benny. 5th Division singles will be up next. That's Gallo against Kubala. And the 6th and final match will be Division 1 doubles, Alex and Douglas taking on Echeberry and Nicholas. So those will be your 6 matches in order tonight when the Warriors take on the Devils.
One more point. 76. You've had a lot of good commentary today. Thank you. Sorry that I haven't acknowledged that before. Lots of moving parts here, including my cursing tirade, which I've now heard from everybody. Yes, I know it was a hot mic. I do understand it was a hot mic. You did hear a little bit about what goes on back here. No, I am not just shamelessly verbally abusive towards the players. And yes, Sonny knew that he was in the wrong place.
Right.
Yeah, so yes. And Andrew will confirm that, yes, I do have a position that people in the workplace do have a right to be treated with respect. The managers have the duty to treat them with respect. And there is not one player on this roster who I either blatantly disrespect or knows that they can't call me at like 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning and tell me about whatever the heck's going on with them.
That would never happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is. It's just a little aggressive conversation. Especially when they're doing something that they know that they're not supposed to be doing, which is kind of rare here in year 8. But yeah, your comment about with Benetrix adjusting, Benetrix is adjusted very quickly. And that's something that we can't state, coming into Magic City. Andrew will tell you, it's the biggest question. How long is it going to take him to adjust? I don't know. Some adjust quicker than others. Time to begin. Game 8. It is a spectacular 7 singles match played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red of post 1. Nicholas receiving in the blue of post 2. Iñaki. Jason, you're hiding under another thing. Ah, okay. I get it. Thanks for joining us. There's the serve. We begin. Game 8. Point 2. Two will serve to the white shirt of post 3. Here's Manu. Rebote forehand by Iñaki. Passes. Manu on the rebote. Good scoop by Iñaki. Here's the backhand. Scoop by Manu. Costello 2-all. Just catches the top of the pad. Point 2. 2 with 2 points. Here's post 4. The green shirt receives. Arats. Backhand by Arats from the 12 line. Rebote forehand. Inaki reads the inside placement, stops it. Hard throw to the inside. Karam scores. Point 2. 2 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 5. Iturbide. Backhand by Iturbide. Rebote dropping, saved by Inaki. Drop shot, caught by Iturbide. Drop shot. That scores. Point 5. Yellow shirt at post 6. Alex receives. What a catch by Alex off the almost ace by Iturbide. Rebote forehand by Alex, caught by Iturbide. Backhand from the 10 line. Point 6. Pink shirt, post 7, number 38. Arutia receives. Rebote forehand by Alex, powerfully thrown. Alex makes the catch and scores on the return. Point 6. 6 on the board, 2 points. Here's post 8. Goes Sherry to complete the first round of play. Alex really had a choice between catching that or getting hit in the face. And between the two, catching is the better option, I think. He's so quick.
I would agree.
I mean, he is just so fast. Here's a backhand by Gaucheri. Alex is there. Backhand by Gaucheri. Gaucheri comes in, makes the catch. 2-all, 2 score. Point 8. 8 with 1 point. Here's the red shirt at post 1. Nicholas. Point 1. 1 with 2 points. Here's the white shirt, post 3. Manu. Robote. Scoop by Manu is tip point 1. Green at post 4. Here's Arat. Here's the Robote dropping, saved by Nicholas. Arat's on the catch. Here's the backhand. Robote by Alex, by Arat. Point 4. Here's the blue post 2, Iñaki. Here's the backhand by Iñaki to the inside, right to the corner. Robote forehand, out of play. Possible game point, blue post 2. Iñaki try to stop him, Iturbide. Here's the backhand by Iturbide to the inside. Iñaki's there. 2 alls out. Point in game, post 2, Iñaki. 2 wins it, 1 places, 6 serves to 4. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Arat's on the catch. Costi inside. What a scoop by Alex. Third place finish for post 6, Alex. Unofficial order finish, 216. Your price will be up in a moment. Results from Game 8 are official. Coming in first, post 2, Iñaki. Taking second, post 1, Nicholas. Coming in third, post 6, Alex. 216, the official order finish for our 8th game. Late pick 3, 282, 2 of 3 numbers returning, $20.60. Quinella, 1-2, $19.40. Trifecta, 216, 203 even. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Thursday afternoon performance of Live Highlight in the Magic City on the Highlight channel. We're glad that you chose to join us today and invite you to join us again at 5 p.m., just about 1 hour from now, for Battle Court, when the Warriors take on the Devils. Don't forget, we play Battle Court Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays at 5 p.m., Fridays at 7 p.m., and Pelota, what you just finished watching now, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. Have a good day, everyone.